Hello everyone, welcome back. Today we are checking out HOLOLIVE English Advent's new debut song, Rebellion. Now, I'm excited about this. We just checked out Nerissa Ravencroft's debut cover, and that absolutely blew me away. So I am more than ready for this song. You guys told me about it in the comments, and I'm excited to jump in. In 3, 2, 1, play. Ooh, starting off with the synth arpeggio. Okay. Okay, a very synth-heavy intro. We're going with the synth arpeggio, and then we're getting the sharp, shrill synth at the top of the mix. Okay. Alright. Ooh, that was actually really nicely put in, that digital effect for the little EQ like switch up as the stutter effect is going for fire. That was actually really solid there. I like that. Alright. Oh! Complete switch up from the synth instrumentation into the piano and strings. That is a very abrupt transition right there. That's a very abrupt. Ooh, I like those vocals right there, though. That layering is really nice.
Fire, light the fire, brighter, higher as you desire, ignite beating heart, dance into the flame of light.
That's nice. That was really good. I believe that's Nerissa right there. She is popping off on that. That sounds amazing, man. That is awesome. Man, see, since we, on the build-up to this chorus, we had a very nasal tonality, right? There's a nasal quality to the voice. And then we go into more of like a more resounding voice for the introduction of the chorus, and then we have a Nerissa, and she just has so much support. She's belting it out. It's so resounding. It's so grand in the mix. It's a really nice progression from that nasal tonality to that resounding belting out voice that we have. It's just projecting so cleanly from Nerissa here, and I love that transition from the nasal quality to that open quality. Nice, I like the sustain as the segment continues. I like how we have a little bit of demeanor change, right? Because we have a lot of vocalists here, and they sound very good together. Their voices mix very well, actually. And I like the little demeanor changes, like for this part. Like, I like how we have the little, like, you know, we have a focus on circle and then the lift on everything. It's like, it's a very fun song. I like how dynamic and playful it is at times, while then we have Nerissa just popping off and going all, like, all out there, which is amazing. This is such a switch up. Like, to me, this comes out of left field because we have like no real transition. like we have a like a progression, right? So when we're coming out of the segment with all those digital drums, the synths, and everything, like that's such a on-the-fly transition, but and it comes out of left field. But I don't think it's a bad transition because it's supposed to be abrupt. It's supposed to be sudden, and I feel like that's why we go with such a atmospheric, piano, strings, a very like emotion-centric instrumentation, and then we have the soft vocals over it. I think that's actually lending itself quite well to the abrupt transition, because if we went for maybe a different aesthetic for our new segment here, it might not translate as well, especially from our synth, centric instrumentation. If we suddenly burst in with like a sudden, like, I don't know, like a guitar, or maybe if we go for something more brass centric, it might sound wrong. Even though it might not sound bad, it just might sound wrong. But I feel like this segment right here, even though it's very abrupt, it doesn't sound bad. I think it was a very smart choice for an abrupt transition. And these vocals are really nice. Oh, oh, is that? I did not like that. So we used that digital effects transition into our synth instrumentation, is what I'm understanding. That was not good. That sounded really ugly. That was like a megaphone effect, and that sounded really abrasive. I did not like that. Because listen to the vocals here; it sounds so beautiful, so soft. And like, since we're having the abrupt transitions, I think it's okay to just keep the transition without like that suppression and that effect on the vocals. Because the vocals themselves, they sound great. They sound amazing here. Like it would have been fine to just leave it like the "Take Us." That was perfectly that was fine. But the "To Paradise," the effect that comes in there is really abrasive. And then we drop the effect, thankfully, in the next segment. But that makes it even stick out more because of how abrasive that was. It's like, oh, finally, we got out of that. The song's been great, but some questionable choices with that. Big synth rise. Nice. Man, she sounds so good. She sounds amazing here. And I also like the group, these like right here. This also sounds really, really good, and it really creates a really I keep saying really. It creates a really resounding comparison between Nerissa's vocals here and these like group dance vocals. It's fun, it's a bop, and it's a repetitive but not overly so. It's a good amount of repetition with still some variation. Nice. This is incredible. Nice, and I like how we're saying the end of time. Like even right there, you can hear that little like that emotion. It's a little bit of a inflection into those vocals right there. Like the way they hold that out and then pull in. Ooh. Nice. We had a clean sustain here. Before we had the sustain, and then we continued our next segment over the sustain. This time, just a pure sustain. That was nice. Nice, and the vibrato at the end as well. Nice, and we're closing out with some guitar. Oh no, we have a build-up now with keys. Nice. Okay, I actually really like this build up here. That was really, really nice. We had just, you know, just the guitar, and then we add in the keys, the strings, and you can just hear the synth rise as well. We used the synth rise before for our build up, right? And so now that we have that comparison to the more acoustic tones, it creates a really, really nice progression to the music, to the song here.
Know that I can still be the future of this story. I know that I can be free, the one and the only. They tell me that I'm crazy, I'll never let them stop me.
Nice. Ooh, okay. Nice. So we're doing, again, we're having the sustain. I don't hear any synth here. But we do have the sustain, like we did before. We have the sustain with the new segment going over it, which, you know, it creates this familiarity with the pattern of the song, but it's still varied. It has a different, you know, it's a different part, and it adds variation, it adds progression while still having continuity in the song, which is really, really nice. That sustain, and then having the new segment over it. And that sustain, I mean, listen to it. That sounds amazing. Nice, nice. At the end of the sustain, we reintroduce the synth. That is very, very... My voice is like cracking now. That was very, very clean. Nice. Right, nice. Nice. Ooh, nice. Listen to that little inflection. She went higher and then she did a little run down. That was beautiful. Nice. Oh, that was nice. They mixed in a little cheer instead of the dance. One of the layered vocals was just a little cheer at the end. That was cute. Nice. That was awesome. I really, really like those layered vocals at the end there. That was really clean. Oh, a little more back than that. Yeah, that was Nerissa doing those. Man, those runs that she does, that is awesome. I mean, Nerissa kind of stole the show here. I'm going to be honest. Nerissa has kind of been stealing the show. She did amazing there. But not to say the other girls did bad at all. I don't believe, yeah, that wasn't Nerissa on these like or more string piano parts, the more like orchestral parts. Like I don't, yeah, this isn't Nerissa, and this vocalist right here sounds really clean. I really like the voice here. I do think it should maybe project a little more towards the end of the verse, but I don't think it's necessarily, I mean, that's like a personal taste thing, because having the softer voice here, it makes a good comparison, not too, you know, stark of a comparison, but, you know, it's still a nice comparison between the, like, very energetic chorus and, you know, this laid back, you know, calmer segment. And then immediately it's followed by that. Some people might like that, like, megaphone shrill digital effect. I think that was okay. I mean, I'm gonna be honest. Without that part, I would say this was an excellent song. You know, aside from that one part, the song was excellent. I loved it. That one part is unfortunate, but it's not at the fault of any of the vocalists. That's just, you know, I guess a compositional choice that someone in the music team had. But nonetheless, all the vocalists were really awesome. I really liked it. Especially, I thought it was there was a very interesting tonality in the voice that during the stoplights. There's like a very nasal quality to the voice that sings that part.
Fire, fire,
right here.
Fire, brighter, higher, as you desire,
If I'm not mistaken, I believe that is the girl in the front right there. I'm pretty sure that's her voice. Could be wrong. Let me know if I'm wrong about that. But I think that's her singing that. That sounds really, really... It sounds really, really unique. I won't say it's necessarily bad, and I won't say it's necessarily good. I think it's just, a unique voice. But the singing itself is good. I like the singing. It's just the voice quality, the like nasal quality of the voice there. It creates a very unique, flavor to the song, especially in comparison from when we're coming from, this piano or orchestral, backing right here.
Fire, fire, light the fire, brighter, higher, as you desire,
like, to me, it's almost like a mix thing, because you have this big treble lift, very symphonic tones where we're singing up high, head, like, kind of bridging that head voice, and then we come back down and we're pulling into the nose, and we're kind of pulling in on our abdomen almost, it sounds like, because it feels very almost not quite husky, but it's like a husky voice if you take away the breathiness and make it more nasally, and then so it's a very, very stark contrast between those two voices back to back. So yeah, I don't especially like or dislike that quality. I just think it's unique and something to point out, because it is a tool to use in composition of a song with so many vocalists. And I'm excited to see if maybe in the future we see that sort of nasal quality used in different ways. Like, for example, how Otto did her Goddish cover, where she just played around with all these vocal demeanors. It would be cool to see something like that, whether it be from just one vocalist or from many. So yeah, I really enjoyed this. This was really, really solid. I really liked this. There's that one part where it was "Take Me to Paradise." That hurt me a little bit. I did not like hearing that, but aside from that, everything else was really, really solid. Obviously it wasn't like, obviously it was a little more weighted on Nerissa, because she sounds the most confident and the most comfortable in her singing. But the other girls did amazing as well. They were super, super solid as well. So yeah, thank you very much for recommending this. Thank you very much for watching. And I'm excited to see what Advent puts out in the future. They just debuted. They've been super solid so far. I liked Rebellion. I liked Nerissa's cover. And I believe there is one more cover, if I'm not mistaken, which I can check out from Advent. There could be more than one, actually. I have to check. But from what I remember, there's at least one more cover for me to check out from the Advent debuts. But yeah, feel free to recommend more things for me to check out in the comments below. Aside from that, I will see you all next time. And if you'd like, feel free to subscribe to the channel if you like my reaction and you want to see more. So, thank you very much.